is Mahia. I am a visiting student at Goldsmiths University, and I am originally from California, United States. And for my final project, I decided to dive into a topic that I'm not too familiar and immersed in, which is abstract art. And I decided to learn more about it, or try to learn more about it through utilizing my machine learning skills. I wanted to create a generative abstract art project, and specifically through utilizing what I've learned thus far. So I decided to combine the process of tokenizing text for natural language processing with this idea. And so I thought of the idea of having user inputted text, any text with any characters, which gets tokenized, and then it generates an abstract spiral art. I specifically did spiral art because I used a pre-trained data set and model from a library already, and so I realized that there were several limitations to that in terms of the variety of abstract art outputs that I got. And so I decided to stay at a more niche output, which is an abstract spiral art. Each image, so if a user inputs different text, the model will output a different spiral, and the spiral will vary in it doesn't necessarily significantly vary from each other, but it varies in terms of color, the spacing of the spirals. Also, in the middle of each spiral there's a small design made up of various lines, and that also varies. So yeah, I decided to go down that niche route, and I will show you how it works. So this is the code that contains all the imports, so I researched formulas to calculate the spirals, fractals, and other shapes. So I just used some mathematical formulas that I found and implemented them. I also used Matplotlib to plot these designs, but how it works basically is you run this, and then after running it, it will ask for generative for text to create the generative art. So the user can type in text of any length and any characters, and then I'm just gonna click enter, and it will immediately start generating the spiral. And so this is the generated image from that text. I'm going to input another text of another length, and also that's visibly very different, to show what another option would look like. Over here I have a lot of different characters and different letters as text input. So this is the other spiral that is generated. As you can see, it's slightly different in terms of color, some of the shapes, and also in the center there's this slight design that is sort of overclouded right now by the spiral lines, but it also varied from the last input. But yeah, that is generally what my model does. For challenges, I definitely was very challenged in the mathematical aspect of using formulas for spirals and fractals, and like the other shapes, waves, random curves, to produce those images. So sort of understanding the formulas but implementing it into my code looked a lot more difficult than I thought it would be. Yeah, another challenge that I hope to overcome continuing working on this project is having a bigger variety of abstract images generated, abstract art generated, not just abstract spirals. But yeah.